Hi, I'd like to speak to you about 7 ways that you can stop stress right now. Why would you want to do that? Did you know that stress is probably the major cause or the initial cause for pretty much the majority of illnesses and mental illness as well? Everything from just think of the nervous breakdown, heart attacks, so many different things start with stress and it gets worse and worse. You get scared, you get worried, you get overwhelmed, you get stressed from all kinds of things from money, from lifestyle, from your job, from your relationships. Wouldn't it be great to stop stress in its tracks? Well, you can. And once you understand how to stop stress, which I'm going to tell you, okay, give you some great examples, you'll be able to come up with a bunch of different ones yourself. And if you do, leave them in the comments below. This video can help so many people who are suffering from stress and anxiety. Can you think of any just offhand in addition to yourself? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, stress, like I said, shows its ugly head pretty much everywhere. Because when you become stressed, one thing people don't realize, as soon as you become stressed, you shut off your immune system. That's right. You shut off your immune system. You shut off your original thought or creative thought, and you go into that fight or flight. And that's where the problem rises. Now, how can you get rid of stress? Well, there's one place where stress does not live. And I don't want to get too technical, but it's called the theta brainwave state. Right now, you're in beta, which is your busy state and stress is everywhere when you're working and talking and having your daily activities. Then you start to relax and you go into alpha. That's where you just kind of close your eyes and But when you go a little bit deeper, almost what we call the daydreaming state, but it's not just a daydreaming state, it can be a focus state as well. That's theta. Stress does not exist in theta. You know what else theta is called? It's called the now. Stress does not exist in this moment. In this moment, as I'm talking to you, you're listening to me. This is what's happening in life. There's no stress. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, it is as it is. You're stressed about what maybe did happen or what's going to happen. You're worried about passing a test. What's going to happen when I go to the store? What's going to happen when I go to my mother in law's house? Okay. Those are the things that stress you. But as for right now, there's no stress. So if you can bring yourself into the now, into the present moment, you immediately stop stress. Now, something has to happen for stress to come. Stress is a verb. It doesn't just exist. Something happens. You're thinking of something, you're worried about something. So it's a verb. And it's also a verb, an action that you need to do to stop stress, to open your immune system, to feel better and to relax. So, what can you do to stop stress? Here's 7 of them. And as I'm saying them, I want you to think of some that you can use for yourself. Number one is to meditate. Just sit down somewhere, close your eyes, and relax and meditate. Focus on nothing or focus on one thing. Focus is the key. If you can focus on one thing, okay, keeping your mind clear, focus on it could be a visual thing, it could be a thought, it could be a word. Focusing on one thing brings you to the now. Okay. You're not scatterbrained. You're all not all over. You're focusing on that one thing. Okay. Just I tell people sometimes focus on a spot on your hand or focus on those little lines on your hand. What letters do you see? That brought you to the now. You're focusing on one thing. Stress just melts away. Isn't that amazing? So, number one is to meditate. As you meditate, you relax, you close your eyes, you go from beta to alpha into theta. Stress is gone. Now, the way you can do that is with self hypnosis. Self hypnosis, you can bring yourself immediately into theta, even deeper if you want. And if you don't know how to do self hypnosis, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can learn all about hypnosis. Now, number three Reading. Read a good book, not a stressful book, okay, not a Stephen King, no offense, Stephen, okay, but something scary will cause stress, but something relaxing and enjoyable. Why? Because it gets you focusing. Aren't you focusing on the storyline when you're reading a book? It's like when you watch a movie, not a stressful movie, you're focusing on it, and everything else faded away. All your problems, all your worries, they're all gone. Isn't that amazing how that works? So reading a book does it. Number 4, go for a walk. Or for those of you who like to jog, go for a run, okay? Going for a nice brisk walk, not just kind of moseying around because you're still thinking of a lot of things, but a brisk walk, you're focusing on getting there, you're focusing on your breathing or whatever it is you focus on when you walk. Go for a nice brisk walk outside, sunlight, or if you want the rain, okay, but you're doing something, you're moving and you're focusing, you're bringing yourself to the now. Riding a bike. I have a neighbor that goes on these really long rides, 10 miles, 20 miles. He takes off and a few hours later he comes back with his bike. But he's focusing on the ride, he's focusing on the driving, he's focusing on one thing. Spending time, this is a fun one, with animals or with children. But I'm not saying, unruly children or, barking animals and screaming, but fun time. Okay. I have a Maine Coon cat. Sometimes while I'm working, he'll see that I might be getting stressed and he'll jump on my lap. It's funny how animals can sense that. He'll make me stop and pet him. I saw something yesterday saying the difference between dogs and cats. Dogs have masters, cats have servants. Okay. We're their servants because we pat them, we do what they like, but they only know relaxation and they help to take us there. So spending time with animals, spending time maybe playing with kids, even the little bit older ones, playing frisbee, playing ball, tossing the football or the baseball, having fun with them, playing with the toys with the little kids on the ground. Okay. It gets you focusing on them and on what you're doing, not all your problems. See how that works? And one of my favorite of this whole list is to laugh. Spend time laughing, enjoying yourself. How? Well, I'm a father of 6 kids, okay? And I tell a lot of dad jokes. Drives them nuts, but it makes you laugh. It makes them laugh. Immediately lets the stress go. Watch comedies. Sometimes Raluca and I will get together on the computer and just go to different comedians. I'll say, hey, have you ever heard of this comedian? We'll watch them for a while. We might watch Robin Williams and then Red Skeleton. Remember Red Skeleton from the old days? Some of the old time comedians watch, and it gets you laughing. And when you're laughing, you're focusing, you're enjoying yourself, stress just melts away. So now that you know how to stop stress, now that you understand it's just bringing yourself to the now, you can help people right now just by leaving ones that you've thought up in the description below. So just type in the comments, not in the description, in the comments, okay? I need to focus on what I'm saying, right? So in the comments, type different ways that you can think of that would bring you to the now and stop stress. Because if it's something that you thought of, you might not think it's real important, but you'd be amazed how many people it can help. And if you can help just one person who's suffering from stress, and as a result of it causing any kind of sickness or mental health type thing, wouldn't that be great to be able to help them? So I hope you enjoyed this video. You picked something up from it. Please share it with your friends because it's something that anyone can use because we all experience stress and most people don't know how to stop it in its tracks. If you'd like to learn more about your mind and how it works, download our free hypnosis manual in the link below. Look at it as the user's manual for your mind. You can learn how you work. And I guarantee if you read it, it will change your life. With that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.